Good morning. My name is Jagadishan. I am working as a lecturer in Civil Department in Christian Polytechnic College-ODDANCHATRAM. Today we are going to discuss about the topic rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting. Introduction. Harvesting of rainwater for saving drinking water has gained enormous significance as modern water saving sanitary technique. This can be used in private and public as well as for many industrial areas. Due to storage and usage of rainwater, the water flow of housing estates is both reduced and delayed. The water from the roofs of buildings in private as well as public in industrial areas can be stored is known as rainwater harvesting. These stored waters help to check the runoff waters and to improve the groundwater. This stored water can be used for further usage like gardening, cleaning water, cleaning clothes, etc. What is rainwater harvesting? Water is the most precious natural resource and something that most of us take us for granted. Water is a precious resource. We take it for granted. We are now increasingly becoming aware of importance of water in our survival and its limited supply, especially in dry continent as Australia. Water is the most precious resource, but we did not use it properly. Nowadays, with scarcity of water increasing, the importance of rainwater harvesting has become important. This figure explains how the rainwater harvesting can be done. The cloud which is raining, the roof of the water collects the rainwater using gutter. This can be used funneled into a pipe that connected to a filter. Those filtered water can be stored in a main tank. The excess overflow water can be directly discharged into the well. This excess water helps to improve the groundwater. This water stored in main tank can be used for gardening, car washing, cleaning clothes, and toilet flushing. This is the importance of rainwater. Why it is important? The harvesting of rainwater simply involves collecting water from the surface of the rainfall and subsequently storing the water for later use. The rainwater harvesting is a simple process in which we collect the rainwater and store it for later use. Normally, water collected from roofs of buildings are stored in rainwater tanks. We construct a separate tank for rainwater collection and we store the rain which falls on the roof in those tanks. This is very common in Australia, rural Australia. Water can also be collected in dams from the rainfall on the ground for producing runoff. The runoff water can also be checked by using dams. Objectives of rainwater. To meet the increasing demand of water, there is a great demand for water in summer seasons. This can be reduced by storing the water. To reduce the runoff which chokes the drains. When rain is heavy, the runoff waters will collect the debris and choke the drains. This can be reduced by properly storing the water to avoid the flooding of roads. In urban areas, there is a major problem, that is flooding of roads. This can be checked by reducing the amount of water flowing. To raise the underground water table. The underground water table can be raised to reduce groundwater pollution, to reduce soil erosion. The supplement domestic water needs can also be met by this rainwater harvesting. Methods of rainwater harvesting. Broadly, there are two types of rainwater harvesting: surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. In surface runoff harvesting, in urban areas, rainwater flows away as a surface runoff. This runoff could be caught and used recharging aquifer by adopting appropriate methods. The surface runoff methods. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. It is a system for catching rainwater where it falls. The rooftop harvesting, the roof becomes the catchment and the rainwater is collected from the roofs on the house and buildings. It can be either stored in a tank and diverted into an artificial recharge system. It can be stored into a water tank and can be used by filtering it, or it can be used to divert it to artificial recharge system. The artificial recharge system here is we construct a tank by using coarse aggregate sand. Then the water is left into it. The Water is filtered and it reaches the groundwater. This method is less expensive and very effective if it implemented properly, helps the augmentation of groundwater level in the areas. This method helps to improve the groundwater very well. Components of the rainwater, rooftop rainwater harvesting. The illustrative design of basic components of rooftop rainwater harvesting system is given in this typical systematic diagram. In this diagram, we can see a building with a roof. The roof is a catchment area. The catchment water falls into the gutter. The gutter then reaches the outlet chamber. Then another pipeline reaches the filter. The filter can be used to filter the impurities present in the rainwater and can be stored in the tank. The stored water can be used for the future purpose. Advantages of rainwater harvesting. It is easy to maintain. It reduces the water bill, suitable for irrigation, reduces the demand on groundwater. We will not need to pump the groundwater and we depend on groundwater. Those dependency can be reduced. Reduces flood and soil erosion. Once the water is stored, it can be reduced the flood and soil erosion. Can be used for several non-drinking purposes. This water can be used for several non-drinking purposes such as cleaning clothes, cleaning cars, or gardening, etc. Disadvantages of rainwater harvesting. When there is an advantage, there is also an disadvantages. The main disadvantage is unpredictable rainfall. We cannot predict the rainfall, so it will become lost. Initial high cost for constructing these things. For constructing a rainwater or a catchment area, it will be cost high. It requires regular maintenance. Certain roof types may sweep chemicals or animal droppings. In roof, there may be chemicals or animal droppings. These are also mixed with the rainwater. Storage limit. We cannot store all the waters in a tank. There is a limit in constructing the tank for storage. In further classes, we will discuss about this in detail. Thank you for listening to this video.